Hello, good evening and welcome here to your Lumber Drive Reserve here in Paralawi for the final round of the HPG Homes State League 1. Pontian Eagles here at home versus South Adelaide.
I don't think we've got bothered which side of the fence you are, as long as you look after our supporters.
South Adelaide looking to get out of that relegation zone with Vipers Olympic playing at the same time. Already their fate decided at the bottom of the table. Really enticing battle this is. We'll go through the starting lineups in just a moment. As we'll see both sides go through regular pre-match traditions. I'm your commentator, Seb O'Neill, joined by Antonis Pagonis. Antonis, lovely to have you alongside me, and very excited for this final round of State League 1.
Oh, that's it. We saw the drama yesterday in the NPL, and if we have anything close to it today, it's going to be some afternoon, so glad to be out here with you.
We'll go through the starting lineups of both sides, starting off with the home side of Pontian Eagles. Number 2, Ross Hatsey. Number 3, Benny Mahosa. Number 6, Fergus Schumark. Number 8, Herman Vernwy. Number 10, Christwich Mutsigwa. Number 11, Alex Conte. Number 12, Matuza Binyangi. Number 13, Shinoya Mizuno. Number 14, Michael Loizos. Number 19, Vasily Karapaniotis. And number 25, in goal, Blake Ennett. Our refereeing staff in the middle, Ethan McCormick, with assistant referees Aaron Connor and Betty Nizagiyamana. We see both captain as well go for that coin toss. Herman Vernwy and Robert Parker, the two to lead their sides this evening. Starting lineup of Pontian of South Adelaide, number 1, Lewis Moss in goal. Number 2, Oscar Hastings. Number 4, captain Robert Parker. Number 7, Dusol Kandandaho. Number 8, Daniel Evans. Number 9, Harry Thanhauser. Number 11, Jesse Thompson. Number 13, Jai Conroy. Number 16, Sam Stiles. Number 18, Karen McMonagle. Number 23, Daniel Riles. So, two very different, I guess, seasons for these two sides. And, of course, last season you were here, Antonis. South Adelaide relegated from the NPL. Pontian are promoted from State League 2. And both are Pontian, definitely, but South Adelaide on the verge of the exact same fate.
Yeah, exactly. Like you said, two very different contexts brought them down the same road. South Adelaide extremely disappointing. Worrying signs from the beginning of the season. We saw their exit in the Federation Cup at the hands of Para Hills East, but recovered in recent weeks. Is it going to be too late? We're going to find out tonight, but they've left it very late. The fate of the Pontians has been sealed for a few weeks now. It has been quite a hard season in State League 1, but, you know, it has been an experience for them. So they will go back down next year in the State Leagues, the newly formed State League 2s, and they'll be hoping to bounce back up and hoping for a better outcome when they come back up again. But you can put it down to experience. You see the facilities, they've got better facilities for coming up, and they're pushing themselves, and it's good to see a club like that pushing their limits.
Absolutely. South Adelaide will be the ones to take kickoff, and we are underway here, as the other game will be looking at Olympic and Vipers also now underway over at Apex Football Stadium. We will keep you updated with that one, as of course it directly impacts what happens here this evening. Ball out for a throw early on. Will be Vernwy to take for Pontians.
Lining up with a long throw. Lucky's in the tunnel.
And a perfect spot to take that long throw. Does get delivered into the box. The header backwards will fall easy enough to Lewis Moss. Throw-in given by referee Ethan McCormick. So, just to brief you all watching at home, the equation for this evening for South Adelaide, of course, Pontian, regardless of what happens, they confirmed relegation a few weeks ago. But for South Adelaide, they need to win tonight. That part is in their hands. But they also need Vipers to lose against Adelaide Olympic. Can't be a draw, has to be that loss. They're on exactly the same goal difference of -16. But of course, if Vipers even lose 1-0 and South Adelaide win 1-0, that's a better goal difference to South Adelaide, and therefore puts them into 10th and out of the relegation zone. Pontian, of course, will be looking to go out on a high in their first season in State League 1. And certainly will put up a fight. Another throw.
You see a few South Adelaide fans here on our right, definitely keeping their team up with what's happening at Apex Football Park throughout the evening. Saw it yesterday at Modbury with the Para Hills game. It's the beauty of these kickoffs.
The ball in the area, Pontian. It is cleared away in the end. Sturt and Salisbury also underway. Two sides that have confirmed finals, and for Sturt particular, premiers as well. Another throw. Goes long into the box. So far in these very early stages, Pontian with the ball forward the most.
That's the thing, though, in a day like this, they're almost playing with no pressure because their fate still is, the onus is on South Adelaide. So Pontian Eagles can come out and kind of play their game and, like you said, go out on the high, try their best. Can't win or lose anything else than what they've got, so they can kind of express themselves here.
Ball will go all the way back to Blake Ennett. Joins Pontians from Port Adelaide midway through this season. Now South Adelaide look for a first foray forward. Has it in the centre. It's a good strike over the bar. But a great early opportunity for South Adelaide, their first of the match.
Yeah, it was a really good ball in from Dan Evans, and that turn and shot from Kandunaho, really dangerous there, and that was dangerously close. We had a really good view of that, and from one attack we saw how close South Adelaide got from there. It's just a bit of a warning shot there for the Pontian Eagles, but I think they would felt very hard done by if they conceded that after the positive start they made.
Be able to see that smoke from the barbecue. Smelled great when I walked in here, I must say.
Always does.
Was here myself
Gotta be hungry
back
here, boys.
in round one
First
where
and
they
second, yeah.
had that big win
Hard in, boys, hard
against
in.
Fulham. Very different. The, I guess, feeling then than it is today, I must say. The smell stayed the same.
Exactly. I think Oscar Hastings arrived, I must have heard us, because he, right after we spoke, he said, "Gotta be hungry, boys, gotta be hungry." He's on the ball.
Hastings right up against Mahosa. And in the end, Hastings just putting a ball into the area. Just blocked off there with Stanhauser. And it will be another throw. Far side with the ball, South Adelaide. Has it in now. Headed away in the end. Not bouncing too kindly for Conte. And the header there was Evans. It's all cut out. Just hitting his chest there despite calls of handball, rather hopefully. Long ball. Might just reach Kandunaho. Formerly of West Adelaide, also had time interstate with Mount Druitt. 23-year-old. Playing out from the back here at Pontian Eagles. And just managing to poke it through there to continue on. The long ball forward. Looking for Karapaniotis. Didn't stick initially. Try and look forward again, but again, we'll just roll back to Ennett. Happy to take his time to pick his options well. As well hit that ball forward.
Yes.
Finds Vern White. Good a footwork there to make his way past. Let's see what fouled that time by Sam Stiles.
Another chance now to get the ball in from this left-hand side. We had the 2 long throws from Vernois, like you said, but now a free kick. We'll see what difference that makes, but they're really simply tired in this left-hand side early on here, Pontian.
So, set piece here. Two-man wall for South Adelaide. Will look to deliver the ball in. Finds it at the back post, punched away by Lewis Moss. And they look forward again. And Ndaho, the one chasing in behind. Still in the area, might need to find the cutback. Didn't fall initially, but here it is again. Might have been just better having the shot himself there.
He definitely had the momentum to go for it, but opted not to.
Here's Hastings. Has the close option. Doesn't use him, tries to go past himself, will fall still. But just couldn't be kept by McGonigal. And that one's cleared into the home crowd here. I think the thing for South Adelaide is that first goal is really crucial, even though, as we said, it doesn't really, as long as they win, it doesn't matter. It's sort of the situation that Modbury had last night. They can score as many as they want, really. But if Vipers don't lose, then it's game over.
It's not in their hands, but, you know, on nights like this, when you've got these simultaneous kickoffs, like scoreboard pressure's as important, because, again, word goes around that, oh, they're 1-0 up or they're down, so it's going to affect you. It's going to affect your mentality in a big way, maybe not in a big way. Maybe, you know, somewhere at Vipers, maybe they've been told, don't share what's happening to keep them out of it, but we live in Adelaide, South Australia. Word gets around, so it's going to make a difference. All you can do, though, is tick your box, and they've got their box here, South Adelaide, to tick, and they're trying to put the best foot forward.
Another good turn there. That time by Mutsigwa. Pontian Eagles find their way forward again. Manages to turn against, does Binyangi. The ball in the area, headed away, and out for another throw. On that far side.
Again, the worst feeling on a night like this, Seb, would be that when the other result goes your way and you don't do your job.
Yes.
So you can't just be preoccupied by what's happening elsewhere. You just have to take care of your business first, which I'm sure South Adelaide have had this conversation.
Would be a very interesting situation if, let's say, Vipers are losing by 3 or 4-0 with about 10 minutes to go, and we're still locked here at 0-0.
It's the beauty of the final day.
Another long throw into the area. Lewis Moss needing to be first, only palming it away. But the foul being given for a push by referee Ethan McCormick.
Well, you can see they're really keen to create some chaos, trying to get the ball into the box with every opportunity.
Lewis Moss just slowing down the pace and calming it down for his side. And again, they look forward to South Adelaide. Another ball forward, but just offside, I think. Free kick. We do have an update, but it's not at Apex. Leicester are 1-0 up against Salisbury United over at Corinna Reserve. Did I have you there for a second?
I think you had everyone, sir.
I will certainly keep everyone on their toes.
And of course it's the one side that's got nothing to gain from this round. Open the scoring. They're already up. Premiership confirmed.
Here comes South Adelaide forward. Just faltering there. Ball touched. Goes out for a Pontian's throw. It's also the one result that doesn't really change anything in the table either. So no movement, of course. Salisbury, just doing the maths quickly, they can't even move out of fourth either, even with a win. So, again, two teams that can't move and don't really gain much than the 3 points and a bit of game time, really.
That's it. Match sharpness.
Especially with a big finals campaign ahead for both of those two sides. Salisbury in particular, of course, looking to try and get promoted through those final series, which they got close to last year against now NPL West Torrensburg Calla over 2 legs. As here comes this ball in from Mahosa. Had a little bit too much curl on it, but did somehow find its way into the box. Just couldn't be pounced upon. Just under 14 minutes played here. Fairly even, you'd say.
Yeah, both sides have a bit of territory. I think the best chance would have been Kundanpaho chance to throw on the turn, and actually got a lot closer than what you would have thought he would have gotten. But nothing clear cut yet. Again, though, we do know the onus is on South Adelaide tonight. So I think as we see the game move on, we might see them get a little bit more desperate, especially if whispers start going around that the game at Apex is going their way, which is not yet, but again, football's all about moments. One moment changes everything.
Yeah, I think if anyone's qualified to talk about the moment, you are, after being at Mowbray Jets last night and that whole situation changing in the last moments.
Unbelievable.
And unbelievable is right.
It's just one of those things that happens in the Premier League, and we talk about it until like our 80s. You know, it's like equivalent of like the Aguero moment, but only in the relegation battle.
And it's Gloria Amanda.
Exactly. 2 injury time goals, unbelievable.
Yeah, if you didn't stay tuned into the final round of the NPL last night, what were you doing? Because it was phenomenal all round. 36 goals scored across all games. If you get rid of one of those games, it's 35. Wonder who was commentating that one. As this ball comes in, it's a good opportunity, and it's a great save. Second time effort. Back in the area, needs the hit, only flicked back instead. But a great initial save by Blake Ennett. Really had to make a good stop there.
And there we go, South Adelaide really pushing for these chances, really going to ball into the box, and a great connection by Tannhauser, but a really solid save there from Blake Ennett to keep the scores level.
Another update from around the grounds. Cumberland are 1-0 up against Adelaide Blue Eagles, which, as of right now, as we see another opportunity forward, puts Blue Eagles out of the finals race in Cove into 6th. Incredible there from the southern side, somehow, without having to do anything really, as we see this ball come in for Lewis Moss.
Yeah, our first real twist of the night, Seb. But again,
the Premier scoring first? Wasn't a twist enough for you?
But yeah, I think it's the first of many. So of course only 60 minutes into the night, the South drive.
Just good opportunity, yeah, had to be cleared in the end. Yeah, I'll be shocked if we manage to reach 36 goals again tonight.
I was going to say, we've got our own little, you know, what's that Premier League Boxing Day that they talk about every year when it comes around?
Do you remember the final day of the NPL in 2025?
But again, we can see here South Adelaide just turning up the heat ever so slightly and forcing a couple of solid saves out of Ennett.
Here's another ball in, and Ennett's capable and confident, I think, is the important thing you have to be in games like this.
You have to consider after a couple of good saves to begin with, the confidence goes up. So South Adelaide may have to produce something of a bit of a higher quality to beat him.
And of course for Pontian, I guess there is that little bit of something to play for. Of course, going into State League 2, north, I would imagine. They wouldn't be in the south unless that line gets drawn even crazier than it already is. So a few of these players might not be here next season, so you are almost sort of playing for a position, even a starting spot in a State League 2 team that, of course, was in the 2 years prior. As we see this ball come over the top, it's a good initial touch from Mahosa. And goes all the way back to Hatzi. Moises finds the ball to his right, but it's just cut out. They'll throw. Good footballing weather at the moment.
Keyword, at the moment.
There was a bit of rain forecast, but hopefully by the time this game's over, we do just avoid it. And it heads upwards. His touchdown. And just a real tussle there in the middle. A little bit of shirt tug too as it foul's called.
Well picked up.
Another goal update. And it is a team that has an animal representing them. But it's Blue Eagles with an equaliser against Cumberland.
Not even a real animal. Blue Eagles.
It's an eagle.
A blue one. I do believe in the Eagles, Seb. I do believe, I know. 1-0?
Yeah, 1-1 there. So that then moves Cove out of the finals race and puts Cumberland back in. Or Blue Eagles back in, I should say. You see a foul called here at Yalumba Drive Reserve. And a set piece for Harry Thanhauser. Tried to take it quickly.
I was going to say, before he took it quickly, they haven't really had a chance to send it long from a set piece into the box. The Pontians had a couple and they're not going to take it, but Pontians had a couple, and especially from throw-ins. South Adelaide seem to be a bit more patient, which is ironic because they are the ones that need to find something.
So, as we see this ball come into the area, headed away, might fall yet for a second time. It's a nice little turn, and then again in the box. So I have an update from a game. 1-0 Olympic. So, the equation is now South Adelaide need a goal. And they're safe, as of right now. That's a turn here. It's a good strike into the area, just blocked off. Still might fall a second time on the left foot from McGonigal. So, just to reiterate, Adelaide Olympic now 1-0 up against Vipers, which, and I am just double checking this, 3 points for South Adelaide now will mean they go 10th.
And I think this is the time of the night that a few of these whispers start going out. The players that get close to the fence on our right-hand side saying, it's going our way, it's going our way. Make sure you do your business as well. But good time to have a set piece here for South Adelaide.
I think those shouts really happen when it goes 2-0, because then at least there's a bit of that buffer. Of course, a draw, not too helpful,
No.
but I think 2 goals gives them even more confidence.
Well, going from yesterday, I wouldn't give me much.
Here's this free kick. Delivered into the area, headed upwards only. Thought about hitting it first time. Takes a few deflections in the box. And Pontian Eagles will manage to make their way out of it, at least for now. Ball goes back now with Mahosa. Given away. And was back in South Adelaide hands, or feet I should say, momentarily. Long ball forward. Lewis Moss will let it bounce to him.
And that's the thing, we say that Pontians don't have much to play for, but as they attack here,
And it gets taken away from them.
might not have much to play for, but once you go down, you have an opportunity to drag someone else down with you, you know, so they can really be the spoil sports tonight if the results stay as they are.
Offside flag goes up for that one. Despite the disagreement. They're still awaiting that first goal here. Had a few around the grounds already, still goalless between Adelaide Cobras and Cove. 1-0 to Olympic against Vipers. Cumberland and Blue Eagles 1-1. Fulham and West Adelaide also 0-0. That one second versus third. They're battling to see who will finish in that second place spot. 0-0 here, and then 1-0 to Sturt against Salisbury United. They find the ball forward, but it is cut out until turned over. Van Houser managing to make his way back to his feet, but it's taken away. It's a nice bit of work there by contact. That was cleared forward. Hastings just couldn't get the touch right there. The wind starts to come in that little bit more. Probably not enough to move that ball, but enough to make me feel cold. Ball back with Ennett. Now, Hatsy. Now looking for the ball forward down the wing. Just gets in the way at the right time. Sturt 2-0 against Salisbury United up at Corinna.
Double team, running behind. Yes, Ross.
Hastings just couldn't get it right again. I think I've just heard someone give the players an update there.
There you go.
So, I think they'll be aware of the equation.
No, you know, I see the thinking. It's like, you can give them a bit of a kick up, like, it's in your hands now.
Yeah.
But we know that still a long way to go in both games.
More goals around the place. Down to West Beach. Fulham 1-0 against West Adelaide. Fulham in amazing form this season. Probably a big surprise of State League 1. But they've done really well, and at the moment they're sitting in second place. Which
is massive in the way finals are played these days, with top two getting a week off and then playing for a grand final position in the two-leg semi. So huge for whoever wins that game.
That one just couldn't sneak its way through there from Thompson. Has time on the ball here until he was pressured. Here comes Thompson. Forces himself wide, then putting the low ball in. Very calmly playing their way out from the back there, Pontians. Contact, gets past two. Couldn't do a third, and was actually fouled in the process anyway.
We'll have to take that back. Just a bit more to the side. Can't play quickly as he wanted to.
It's a ball down the wing to really nowhere in particular.
Bit of miscommunication. Then we saw a frustrated shout from Christmas Mchingwa, upset that his teammate didn't make that run.
Pontian, their goal scoring record isn't anything too amazing. 14 goals in their 21 previous games, averages to about 0.6 of a goal per game, and they tend to concede 3.33 per game. So it's a good sign for South Adelaide at least.
Explains the position on the ladder, but games aren't played on paper.
That'll be a foul there in a good free kick position too. You'd imagine they could go direct.
I was going to say central enough for that to be a possibility.
Blake Ennett having to set up his wall. He's done a good job himself in goal so far this evening.
Two crucial saves.
Jai Conroy is the one over this. Does look like it's going direct. Jai Conroy goes towards goal, but too much in the centre and too easy for Blake Ennett, really. Has played the 5 games for Pontian this year, yet to keep a clean sheet. So I'm sure that is a carrot dangling for himself tonight. That takes a fortunate deflection, South Adelaide's advantage. And again, they head forward. Thompson. It's a nice ball for Hastings, finds the cutback. And was dealt with once again. Flick ups there.
That's our ball, that one.
South Adelaide throw, despite protest.
Help him, get in the box.
And that one cleared away. Pobanyangi. Just about to tick over into half an hour played. Still 0-0. But completely in South Adelaide's hands right now as to whether or not they stay up. Of course, hold that for the moment as they have another attack forward, finding the ball through, needs a little dink, and it doesn't find its way past the goal line.
Unbelievable. I cannot understand how that ball did not make the back of the net. It's a lovely ball from Tannhauser in the box. Cut back, and again, you're almost watching the net, waiting for it to ripple, and then the ball is just there.
You can't see the ball.
But then it popped up for our vision where we are. I'm sure the camera had a very similar view, and then you just see the Pontian's defender come and just clear it. There you go, massive.
I'm not sure on the exact history, but I can't think of there being another time where we've had an NPL team or a First Division team back-to-back relegated, Antonis. I'm not sure about you. But it's certainly not a record that they will want attached to their club's name.
Yeah, exactly. It's an awful way to fall for a couple of seasons. And again, once you fall down, especially in this new system, it's an extra hurdle to come up, having those two conferences. But again, I do think South Adelaide have shown, like in recent weeks, that they are good enough for this division. It's just that first half of the season was, can't really explain it. But it's taken to this point where it's not really in their hands to stay up. Currently it is, but still time in this game and the other game.
Especially without two of their talisman for the past few years in JJ and Alex Rideout.
I do think, though, Seb, that's been a beneficial move from both sides, because they're doing well at Cove. They might even be playing finals, depending on how today goes. And I think their uplift in this season has come after they left, and it's probably because they had to stop being so reliant on their two saviours in the past few years, you know, because when you have two phenomenal footballers like that, the danger is you become very reliant on them, and I think we did see that. And they're reliant on them for a reason, because they're really good players. But again, you need a whole team to be able to play to stay in this division. And I think they figured this out. Their problem is it might be too late. They're fighting here to ensure it's not. But as we say, this game hinges on another one, which is currently going their way, but currently them not meeting their end of the bargain. And the other game has just as much time left in it.
Well, for South Adelaide, you only really have to look back on that draw against Salisbury United a few weeks ago. They might have an opportunity here. That's a poor ball. Goes right back and falls into place. Karapaniotis here on the ball.
Hit the referee, Ethan McCormick, so it'll just be a dead ball. which the referee will action in a second. Drop ball. Which is given away, astonishingly, but they're not going to pay for it. Pontian Eagles, but got to be careful with moments like that.
Fulham United 2-0 against West Adelaide.
Wow.
Huge for them down at West Beach. A ground in which, if they do make it back to the NPL, hasn't been seen in about a year or so.
Which, ironically, the last time we saw it was from West Adelaide.
Yes.
If West Adelaide go up, obviously they'll have Kilburn to play in these days, but they were at West Beach in their last NPL season a couple of years ago.
I want to say my last game I did at West Beach was West Adelaide versus South Adelaide, I want to say, towards the end of the season.
Do remember that.
Another free kick for Souths. Once again, set piece taker and Jai Conroy over it. Will look to deliver in at the back post. The header is backwards, but in their favour for a corner.
Yeah, aiming for Rob Parker, the captain and current top goal scorer in this team. Obviously, Jonathan Rideout is the top scorer, but he's with COVID these days. So Rob Parker, the centre-back, with 4 goals, which I guess also explains their struggles this year.
Here is that corner. 10 minutes left of the half. Finds it in the centre. The header finds only a Pontian player. I'm not too sure who it was. There was a bit of a mess in that box as it came in, but has been given away in the end. And as a free kick.
And something we haven't mentioned, Seb, is with the struggles both these sides have had, they both have changed coaches. Pontian Eagles started with Jim Karatzis, who brought them up to State League 1.
And was also State League 2 Coach of the Year last year?
Yes. And Omar Hassan is on the bench now, previously with the Northern Demons. Did a really good job there. And on the South Adelaide bench, Greg Vidian replaced Anthony Rideout earlier in the season, and he's actually been confirmed, I think, to coach next year. So good signs for them, regardless of how this goes. They've got some continuity.
Go on, Jesse, go on!
Thompson chasing this one down the wing. Might need to try and keep it in. Does do so, puts it in the area. Strong hands again from Blake Ennett.
Yeah, proactive there. Saw the free player, jumped in his way, grabbed the ball. Had a solid half so far.
Still looking to try and test him again, though, South Adelaide. Nearly has the ball taken away from them. Tries looking from range there. Will fall back to him. Has 2 to take on. Tries to put in the ball, but just takes a hit off a yellow and black shirt. Cross comes in. Does find the angle to make it in. That's good body work shown there. Unfortunate deflection right into the back. Shouts of a handball, I think. Hopeful more than anything. 2
close quarters regardless.
And that's just a little bit of inattentiveness maybe. You look at the start of the game, was fairly even, but I think, to be honest, since we found out that Olympic have led, it has been almost all South Adelaide.
Yeah, and
who won it? Who won it?
Their quality is there as well, South Adelaide. Remember, there's been a lot of change, but this was the core of an NPL team, although relegated one last year. So the quality is there. Confidence not quite, but again, it's only natural that they start dominating this game, especially with the position they find themselves in on the ladder and the need to dominate this game and find goals. But again, it's all about scoring one.
It's given away here. Tries looking from long range. It falls fortunately back to Daniel Evans. And this is a long ball over the top that will and needs to be chased down by Jesse Thompson. Will he find the cutback? It's a bit too much into the centre. On the edge of the D. The clearance, the nice touchdown again from Daniel Evans. Tries looking from range, but wide of the left-hand post. Cumberland, 2-1 against Blue Eagles.
Gets Cove back into finals, if I'm not wrong.
Absolutely, it does. Currently, Cove in 6th, Cumberland in 5th, Salisbury 4th, West Adelaide 3rd, Fulham 2nd, and Sturt in 1st.
Coming in. Who's up? I'll win. Benny, Benny, fucking win it. Well done, Benny. Jason. Well done, Benny. Yeah. Good ball.
Not too sure where the handball could have been there after those shouts. Wasn't given, of course.
I think that's what the referee's telling her right now.
Throw-in comes forward. Hastings gets control of it. And his ball over won't reach a teammate.
And they've really targeted this right-hand side, South Adelaide. Jesse Thompson's looked really positive on that side. Just needs a bit more of an end product there, but I think it's a really good half.
And it on the ball now.
Who's up? Benny, flick if you can.
Just gets it upwards. Does Mahosa. Just a few loose balls at the moment being taken advantage of, as there could have been a foul there. That's a nice ball through. Cut out well, but called back for the advantage, however.
Good refereeing there, allowed every possible second there for the advantage, and when he wasn't there, he called it back. And you can see South Adelaide are really increasing this tempo. They've got 6 minutes to find a goal this half. Obviously, the Pontians will be very happy to go into the break level with their defending record this year, but still got some time that they need to hold on and even look for their own goals. They are here.
Long ball forward, maybe a bit too much on it though. Lewis Moss will come out and boot actually instead of just collecting. Another goal for Cobras against Cove. So Cove, after having to not really do much to be in finals, now find themselves at the disadvantage.
Start pulling your own weight as well, and it's actually fitting because the two southern sides need to start living up to their end of the bargain now. So we'll see as we approach half-time if they can do it before then, but lucky for them, they've got another 45 minutes after.
Of course, Cove, that other promoted side last season, as well as Pontian Eagles before the third division here in South Australia was split into two. North and South, as we see this ball come in. But it's actually been given as a push instead in the box there. Final 5 minutes of the half. And keen to get it underway.
I think that was more keen to get a yellow card dished out. Our referee today is not going to fight for that.
This has been good so far. Ethan McCormick in the middle. Controlled it well. Even when there have been some questionable shouts. Here they come forward once again, South Adelaide. Hastings. Too much on the ball there. Too high probably even in fact for anybody to really try and get a connection. That's well touched and well put down. Corner. There very much is an eagerness to get this game going. Here comes the ball in. Only flapped away, falls to the edge of the area, the hits! The block is there, still in the box for South Adelaide, cleared away once again. But somehow, again, going away without getting a goal in the back of the net as Pontian now counter. Taken away. South Adelaide looks to come again.
Promising counter-attack play was just Conte by himself there. I know that they don't have a great goal-scoring record, Pontian Eagles, but you need a bit more willingness there to grab that goal, especially on a night like tonight.
Right at the back of the head there, it got to McGonagall. I think, unfortunately and inadvertently too.
No hurt feelings there. Just stings a bit more on a night like tonight. Feel cold.
Half half-time between Cumberland and Blue Eagles. Again, just needing one goal, South Adelaide.
Set up. Throw away. Hey. Pat the head here. Come on. Step up. If you're going to do a long kick, step up. Go, Jeff.
Ball high up in the air. We're going to run into the dugout as we inch towards first half additional time.
Next to the field to play. I thought he was out as well.
Me too.
Everyone just looked so casual, but now it's out. It's South Adelaide's ball.
And half-time between Cobras and Cove too, up there.
Again, maybe it was fate that our game was slightly later than all the others, because in about an hour's time we might have a very interesting ending if the scores remain as they are.
And another one high in the air, needing to be judged correctly. That one's over the top. Looking for a South Adelaide player. We'll find it in the end of Daniel Evans if he can get the touch past. He couldn't. But once again, turned over and won back, despite pressure from Mahosa. Fanhauser. Thompson. Does well to get himself out of that hole there. And Camden Daho fouled. Another free kick
As we enter
for the Panthers.
Injury time, what a time this would be to score. Seems to be lining it up as well.
So late in the first half, a set piece for South Adelaide. Can they make it count? Goes low. But way too easy.
That was Dan Evans over the ball. It seems that he's the one responsible for the right-footed free kicks.
Jai Conroy the other. And it goes long. Long ball forward. Parker winning the header.
Man on! Keep that on.
Clear towards us, actually. Didn't get a touch.
Come on, we gotta pick it up.
The solar panels.
Maybe the aircon unit too. The throw. Pretty much right in front of us here. Yangi to take it. Nope. He's going to ignore me. He'll go for the long throw.
You just want to utilise the tunnel.
Vernwy on it, as he has been all evening so far with these long throws into the box. And that's another push.
They've done that like 3-4 times though. Just getting a little bit too eager.
Half-time between Adelaide Olympic and Vipers as we continue on here. So we might get that situation where we run a little bit longer compared to the exact counterpart of this match.
Well, if you remember, there was 6 p.m. when games were kicking off and our guys weren't in the tunnel yet. So I reckon we'll have a couple of minutes of delay here, which can be beneficial.
Here's long ball in first time from Daniel Evans. Just couldn't hit the target. Into now the 3rd minute of additional time. And we're goalless.
So one side of the equation's doing its thing, but the people that required the equation are not. But again, 45 minutes left. They'd be happy with the first half, South Adelaide. They've created their chances, just haven't taken them.
Pontian, though, have had a few counters. This one now for them. Mahosa taken away from him, but still with Pontians and Vern White. Goes all the way back, does Wutsigwa.
It's one of these things they've said that the longer this goes on, scoreless, the more you start feeling the pressure as the side that needs the result.
But I guess on the other side, you can possibly even look forward to the relief of when, or if you do score that goal, how that will feel.
Oh, exactly. And that's why football's a world game, because moments like that, you just can't compare when everything just lines up.
Again, don't even have to look to less than 24 hours ago. Fair bit of additional time on the end of this first half. Not too much has really gone on either. Don't think there's even been a booking from memory either. There it is. Half-time called there by referee Ethan McCormick. 0-0, but all in South Adelaide's hands, Antonis.
Exactly. We see the Adelaide Olympic result is going South Adelaide's ways, and from the stats, it didn't seem like a fair bit was going on there. So if it remains like this, it's South Adelaide's to lose here. And again, the draw is a loss today, so they really need to find that goal. We see, like you mentioned, Pontian don't have the greatest goal scoring record this year, so one goal may be enough, but they're still to find it. They've had the chances. We'll see what they can do when we come back in about 15 minutes.
Yeah, if this does end in a draw, it would be the worst draw you could ever possibly have for South Adelaide. Half-time.
For over 25 years, HPG Homes have been helping South Australians build and own their dream home. Whether it's a house and land package, custom build or development, our HPG fixed price guarantee ensures no nasty surprises or price changes along the way. We're committed to quality, affordability and creating a way of life for you and your family. Fixed price, turnkey. It's gotta be HPG. HPG Homes.
What I'm excited about, like the most, how we can come together, learn about everybody, because we're not the same, but we're somehow the same.
The community came to government to express their concerns about young people. It is our role to listen and it's our role to act.
There's so many kids wanting to play the game from all walks of life.
African Youth Program was established to help Africans with sport, cultural identity, mentorship.
Having a program that's going to target the African children, given it's their sport of choice, presents a huge opportunity to link participation in football with education, which is a perfect thing.
I think the African Youth Program will be a very inclusive program with different teams, different schools coming to play with us.
It's like a very big opportunity to expand skills, knowledge, and in different areas of life.
Most of the kids will grow from this program to be able to become valuable, positive contributors in our society.
Like a voice to be spoken with and not being scared to show your skills.
This empowerment program has many different aspects to it, and of course sport is one of those, but it's actually really about finding your place in the world.
I think everybody's pushing in the one direction to make sure that we can make a real difference.
It's not just a game, it's a very passionate sport that millions of people around the world love to play. That's what football is.
win the penalty and wins the grand final for Campbelltown City.
We all play the same game. The battlefield may look different, but between those painted lines, the feeling each of us get alongside our tribe. Let the moment sink in, then let it rip. The runs out wide, last is efforts and clean sheets. The tap in or rocket to the top bin.
Hello and welcome back here to Yalumba Drive Reserve. Pontian Eagles and South Adelaide locked at 0 apiece. But all the momentum and all the advantage goes to South Adelaide to try and keep themselves up as Adelaide Olympic lead Vipers at Apex. Antonis Pagodas.
Yeah, like we said, going into half-time, it is on South Adelaide's terms now. They just have to find a finishing touch. They have been very close. Specifically, they have been at the literal goal line, but have not been able to force it home yet. We know that they know of the results. We heard a few very friendly visiting supporters letting them know. They just have to live up to their side of the bargain now and hope that Adelaide Olympic retains the lead as a long throw is about to come in on the far side.
And hope they don't concede themselves either and make it even a harder task. The header comes away. South Adelaide now attacking from right to left of screen. Pontian left to right. As down comes Camden Daho. As Thanhauser is a very close option. Camden Daho puts in the cross. Just a bit too far and over the head of Oscar Hastings, who had a very active first half. Found that right-hand side.
Him and Jesse Thompson,
got to say, yeah,
very busy on the right-hand side. But they'd be hoping their work this half can be converted into a goal as the throw comes in.
If that kept in play, it is done so. Somehow it's saved and another second opportunity. And now, South Adelaide, through Jesse Thompson, lead early in the second half. Keeping them safe as it stands.
Yeah, and it looked like Jesse Thompson, as you mentioned, Seven, just as we were talking about him and how busy he was in the first half and hoping to find that goal. Here he goes, he finds it, and it was nearly saved again. The first effort was saved. He had to force it home, but they make sure of it this time. And as you mentioned, they've just jumped out of the relegation zone and dropping Vipers into it, who are a goal behind to Adelaide Olympic. That's the start they wanted.
So Vipers and Pontian, those two sides in the bottom two, as of right now, due to the two results here in Paralawi. And then over in, I can't think of the suburb.
Regency Park? The Parks?
Yeah, I couldn't think of the suburb. Thank you for that.
Geography teach.
Here they come forward again. Is this the start of a barrage, possibly, to South Adelaide? They come again. Falls to Thanhauser. Actually let it roll instead. Taken off of him. So just check over at Apex. Still 1-0 between those two. I stand corrected. Olympic have gone 2-0 up against the Vipers. The perfect outcome for South Adelaide at the moment. They just need to hold it here. Just taken off Kundandaho. So that's a big result there. Vipers now needing to find 2 goals in about 40 minutes to keep themselves safe.
And again, at the same time, South Adelaide will be wanting to get another goal just to make sure of it. But as it stands, what a fantastic first 3 minutes of the second half for them. You get your goal. The other game gets a bit of a cushion of protection there with a couple of goals.
You can see a few messages going out on the sidelines here from the South Adelaide faithful about the result over at Apex.
Definitely a bit more of a voice in the crowd on that right. You can hear the South Adelaide supporters keeping up with the results, and I think someone just found out. Might have to update his stream soon. I reckon this happened like a minute ago.
Here comes South Adelaide again. They, as we said, knew the equation of what Vipers were at half-time, and I imagine soon enough they'll be told about what it is. Of course, Vipers as well has been kind of teetering upon relegation over the past few years in State League One and managing to avoid it within the last few rounds those past few years.
I mean, they've been, after they came up, there was, I think people thought they'd go straight back down. So I think the time they put in has been really good for them to establish themselves as a club that can be part of this division. We see, for example, with Pontian Eagles this year, what big of a task it is to actually come and be competitive in the division. So, again, if they are to go down tonight, it's going to be a shame, but they can be proud of the time.
Long throw into the box, only comes back into the centre, falls to the end of the area, and then completely mishits and high.
Again, you can see Lewis Moss is in no rush to get that ball that's being retrieved from behind the goals for him.
Moss goes to his right with that ball. Van Houser. Nice ball. Just a touch not there for Hastings. Falls all the way back to Riles. Now Parker. Hoping to lead his side out of relegation at the moment. Not without a bit of fight back from Pontian, though. A team whose fate was decided a few weeks ago as that bottom place side to go down into State League 2 in 2026. How the season has flown by, Antonis.
Always does, doesn't it?
I'm sure it won't feel like it until we're back on the final day once again in 2026.
Got a couple of final series to deal with first. Bit of silverware to deal out. Then we'll be back to do it all again.
A few disagreements going on that far side. Think about where the throw is being taken. Will be now, eventually. That one cleared and booted long. Camden Daho, the only real target there forward for South Adelaide. Was almost waiting for it to fall to him. That might be a bit of a handball there. It's still played on though, and no penalty given.
Back in! Come here, Ken. Oh, hey, you're right. Hey.
Long ball forward. Hoser just trying to keep it in play, but unable to do so that time.
Watch him. Ready, job.
Throw it.
Talk to him.
Goes right along the line and attempted flick on by Cameron McGonigal.
Shinobi. Hey, Vicky, Shino. Job. Come on, man. Shino. Hey. Nope. Back in.
Another throw.
Hey, come here. Shino, head. Yeah. Shino. Benny, excellent.
Zuna taking that throw. Best and fairest winner last year.
Good season to win it too with that promotion.
Just lurking up front there was Karapaniotis. How was that?
fantastic serve. Honorary Greek.
Cross was attempted by Mizuno there. We'll get another throw along this close touchline, right in front of majority South Adelaide fans.
And again, this has been their avenue for the Pontians. They haven't looked fantastic from open play, but they can cause a bit of chaos through that. So that's why South Adelaide really need to get that second one.
Had to really connect with that one. Loizos. And Lewis Moss will go long. Of course, formerly of Adelaide Olympics, so very happy his former side's doing him a favour tonight.
Another one of his former sides having a very good year. Seb, obviously part of the first Gold Coast Suns list in the AFL, and they play the first final series this year. An obscure one. Some famous nights for Adelaide Olympic. I remember that Federation Cup final against Adelaide Olympic where he almost single-handedly won that for them, Lewis Moss. Almost unbeatable on his day, in his prime.
And played against United as well that afternoon.
Saved the penalty, I think, from Ben Hall.
Yeah, 2-0 from memory, 1-0 maybe. Packed day there for sure, though.
A really good shot stopper, and he's got that drop kick in his arsenal as well. But really good with mind games, really. He's gotten a lot of players offside because he gets between their heads.
Always good to have a player like that in your squad, regardless of position.
It's one of the characters of our leagues.
Mahosa. Oh, the deflection! And fingertips from the aforementioned.
Just Spear talking him up, and his shot stopping as well, and everything else. He pulls a fantastic save out, and that's why they need that second goal. Because, again, a superb stop there from Lewis Moss, a full stretch, but centimetres in it. You don't want your survival in this league to come down to that. You've got to make it safer. So
and to judge especially a wicked deflection like that is incredible. Still resulting in a corner for Pontian. Have the option short, and they will take it, in fact. Cross does come in. Finding the back post. Bounces in the area. First time hit. Claims of a handball. Once again, they've been a few this match, but not taken. And that one will be a set piece.
Well, you know, these moments may see the Pontians grow a little bit in confidence here. They've got to be careful here, South Adelaide. Yes, it's all going their way so far here and at Apex, but a moment here changes everything. Yes, it might take a couple of moments at Apex, but here, a goal means Vipers, without doing much, climb back up over them.
Yeah, the second for South Adelaide in particular was crucial, but one for Pontian. Again, gives Vipers that deserved hope. 3 options deciding whether or not for who to take this free kick. And as we wait for that, Cobras now 2-0 against the Cove. So Cove currently missing out on finals. All they need really is a draw and a result to go their way between Cumberland Blue Eagles. The huddle has dispersed. Mahosa, one of those on it. Goes direct. Lewis Moss having to dive, and then the second in. Pontian find an equaliser.
Alex Conte gets an equaliser. Unbelievable. It's exactly what we're talking about. And again, we mentioned about their poor goal scoring this year for Pontian Eagles, but it only takes a moment. You could see they were rising in confidence there. There's the goal. And did that free kick, I think, went through the wall. And the deflection. And makes a hard stop, falls in the way of Conte, all you need to drop back into the relegation zone. And again, I don't think anyone expected this to go this way. Yes, Olympic are doing the job over Vipers, but Vipers, despite being 2 goals down, rise up out of the relegation zone and onus right back onto the visiting side with South Adelaide.
Here's a cross in, finds the centre, needs some sort of connection, doesn't find it towards goal.
It's well and truly opened up here, though, Seb, this game. Look at this.
If you want drama on the final day, this is where you'll find it as Pontian come forward once again. Might even find a second here. Offside flag goes up. Advantage played and continued on. Given away and turned over. One back, in fact. Here they come again, South Adelaide. Coming forward this time. Here's the angle. It's a good strike, just wide of the post.
You can see both sets of fans living on the edge here on our sides. I'm seeing some nervous pacing from some of these South Adelaide supporters. Just the finest of margins. And we've got another 29 minutes plus injury time of it. How lucky are we?
Surely the agony can't continue on for South Adelaide.
It can.
Foul given.
Football, we love it, don't we, Seb? It just gives you a bit of everything. And when you least expect something, that's exactly where you get it.
So, we go past the hour mark here. South Adelaide needing a goal after having now dropped into the relegation zone. And they need drama right now.
And they need to create their own. The drama they needed elsewhere has been created.
Foul there on the far side, easily spotted there by McCormick in the middle, referee.
And it's one of those things, you have to get your mind back into it. Yes, you've had a shock to the system, you didn't expect this to happen, but you've got to shake it off and go and do your business again.
Free kick to come in. Just a bit too low and not high enough. Might get a second go at it here. Evans finding himself wide. Taken off of him, but then given back to Panthers. Thanhauser turning and playing in a nice ball. Needs to find the cutback. But a block was necessary by Hatzi.
And you can see, this is what you would like to see. Like we said, they're not playing for anything here, Pontian Eagles, but they're fighting for it like they do. It's been a really enjoyable game so far.
Thompson with the first, finds the centre, needs to find the connection. Again, another block, crucial. A second opportunity forward, good save. In the end, by Ennett.
Knocking down the door, aren't they?
Just a silly foul to give away there, as it looks like Pontian's readying up a double substitution. Quick look around the grounds as that change is made. Cobras leading the Cove 2-0. Olympic, as good as that is for South Adelaide, winning 2-0 against Vipers. Blue Eagles 3-2 against Cumberland, a big one going on over there. Fulham still 2-0 leaders at West Adelaide, and Sturt still leading 2-0 against Salisbury as we stay locked at 1-1 here. Ball long from this free kick for South Adelaide. Conroy goes back to Parker, who in turn finds a ball into the back post, and the connection on the ball there from Hatsy, takes it out for a corner.
And while we wait for this corner, the subs here were Mahosa and Showmark for Groshy and Grant for Pontian Eagles.
Corner goes short, but the touch just lets him down there. As Evans does well to recover and take it out for a throw to prevent that counter. Manages to get the ball down eventually. Now it's wide. Binyangi puts it through in for Mizuno. He goes low across the ground as it's cleared for another throw. Showing Mizuno with the throw here. It's taken away only as far as Vern White, who then has it taken off of him. In fact, does a few deflections. Does find a Pontian shirt again. This is a good opportunity and on goal. It goes over. But they are certainly putting the pressure on South Adelaide in a game which supposedly means nothing.
But that's the danger of giving a side confidence, you know. You open the door for them and they're going to take their chances, and that was the best play we've seen from them today. So yes, they've got nothing to play for, but you can see on the other side they've got nothing to play for. They're completely free. And this is what we're seeing now from the home side.
Hatsy gets in the way there and puts it out for a throw. The previous meeting between these two sides this season ended up a 4-0 win the way of South Adelaide at O'Sullivan's Beach. But 3 of those goals that afternoon, JJ Rideout, who of course no longer with the club. So those extra goals they might have been able to get today, unavailable to them, and they'll need to find them elsewhere. The ball goes out of play, cross.
And again, I can argue they've created enough to have a second goal, but the reality is they haven't grabbed it yet. So they need to find a solution now, because, again, they've had a hit against them, and as it stands, it's this awful thing that you know the results are going your way and you're not the one living up to the result that's potentially there. So it's on them. They've got the time. They've still got 22 minutes. It's not panic stations yet, but it's one of those things that every minute that ticks down, another chance missed, it's not quite going your way, you start getting a little bit nervy.
And for what we're seeing over at Apex, it doesn't really look like that result's going to be changing. In fact, Olympic go up 3-0. So Vipers needing one of the comebacks of the season at the moment to stay up. And South Adelaide just needing one, as that one falls through. No offside flag goes up. Here's Jesse Thompson looking for a second. Too central of Anna.
And just saw behind your backs and just the difference. One side of the stand on the right side, the Pontian Eagles fan just up, clapping, shouting, screaming, and then you see the South Adelaide fans near the fence with hands on their head. Just the contrast is unbelievable.
Just repeating that again. Olympic 3-0 as that's a big sliding challenge in there, but referee says all ball. They come forward again, needing a goal. Might find it here. Almost taken away himself. He was there, and he took it away from himself. Here they still come again. Conroy having to go right up against Mizuno, but Mizuno doing his defensive work well. And now a corner.
Well, they're going for it, but that's what we're talking about. These chances, when they don't go your way, you know, they build up. But again, like, we can almost, and again, going with yesterday, I don't even want to call it too early, but you can almost confirm that Olympics going to win that one. So South Adelaide just have to tick their box.
Ball in from Conroy. Finds the centre. Parker goes back. And then the shot in from Camden Daho. Only finds a yellow and black shirt. A few fortunate deflections. Puts the Panthers forward again. It's a nice ball into the centre, just a bounce. Not sure whether it just hit a rough patch, but it just didn't do what it needed to do for them.
And it's fairly rough in that box as well, so I'm very confident that's what it was. But again, it's a game of moments.
Oh, nice a bit of football here. Needs to find it in the centre. That's a brilliant goal. Oscar Hastings. A second for South Adelaide. And a season-saving goal, perhaps, from the 20-year-old.
Lovely play there. That smart back heel and unlikely source for the goal. But, you know, when you're pushing, sometimes it's an unlikely source that comes up with it. And you said that 3 of the score goals from the last encounter are not here. They're at the Cove. Someone has to step up. Someone has stepped up. South Adelaide rise up once more out of the relegation zone, and Vipers fall back in it. And as we said, it doesn't look like Vipers will be able to get the job done there. So the hopes of the Vipers are in the hands of the league cellar dwellers, Pontian Eagles.
He joined from Sturt midway through this season, mainly playing in their reserves, and in his 7th appearance for South Adelaide. He might be able to call himself a hero. Camden Daho makes his way down this wing. Has an option behind him in Conroy, but looked to go himself. It will be a corner. Can they even make it 3?
Well, I'd argue they need to, after what we saw earlier this half.
Delivery finds the back post. Header backwards finds Evans, who tries the spectacular, but doesn't even get on target in that instance. $18 minutes left here, and everything currently in probably for the first the most positive way this phrase has been said. It's all going south.
You're not wrong, are you? In the best sense of the word, not the metaphorical, the literal.
As I say that, I almost jinx them. Vipers get one back. Might be going north.
Which isn't actually north, but in the way our maps and where our teams are situated, it is north.
So 3-1 over at Apex. The Vipers mounting a comeback with about less than 20 minutes to go and needing it. One taken away. Still in the area, trying to find the right bounce to it. No penalty, says the referee, as this ball goes over the top. And it's right in the path of Camden Daho. Well, just couldn't get past. We'll try and do the defensive work to try and retrieve it off of Groschi. And does do so. Camden Daho goes back out wide, the cross comes in. In out of play.
Yeah, back within 2 now, Vipers, and I'd go into the vagueness of crazier things have happened, but crazier things happened yesterday.
You say they're within 2. Olympic get a 4th.
Oh, there you go.
So right as Vipers get one back to give them some hope. And by all reports, it doesn't even look like they're doing themselves any favours. So that comeback, if it does happen, seems very unlikely, even according to reports I'm getting from people who are seeing the game.
Survivors' hopes are all back in the team in yellow here.
Yes, of course, a draw not enough for South Adelaide, but it'll mean the world to Vipers.
Yeah, and that's what they're looking for now, South Adelaide, this killer goal. Pontians have shown they can grab one.
It's a good cross in. Only towards Bennett in the end.
Yeah, Pontians have shown they can grab one, but their goal-scoring record wouldn't suggest they've got a second one in them, but it's all about moments.
Only their 15th goal of the season across now 22 league games. Which is in contrast when you even look back to last season and Jeremiah Kishindi scoring 25 on his own in State League 2 last year. For fun.
Very fun to watch last year.
Here to spoil the party are Pontian. Mizuno has to slide in to put in that cross. 15 minutes left. Grant. Now with Mutsigwa. Parker cutting out that ball over the top and kept in play by Fanhauser. Stays in Pontian Eagles possession. No subs made as of yet by South Adelaide. Doesn't really look like they are readying anyone to come on as well.
Dare say if it stays like this for another 7-8 minutes, it might be used as time-wasting tactics.
Down the wing, here comes McGonigal. That's an easy spotted foul, and it'll be actually be the first booking of the game too.
It's the sub, Grant, with the first booking of the game.
So the two options of Conroy to perhaps deliver it in, or there is the possibility they can go direct through Kendon Daho. Might even look to be shaping up for it. Here is Kendon Daho, only finds the side netting.
Behind the ball! Behind the ball!
Nervous period for all involved in South Adelaide at the moment.
Drives up, drives up, drives up!
Multiple going for the header there.
He goes, he goes, he goes.
First touches down.
Got him,
Keep
got him,
it.
got him, got him, got him!
Good McGonigal.
Who's there? Hey, hey, stop! Stop! Keep it there! Look where it is, don't let it out! Diesel! Diesel, no switch! Stop it
Another throw.
Hold it, hold it, hold it.
We'll go along with it. Parker strong with the header to win. And White. And Sigua. As another forward ball goes down the line. But only rolling out of play.
They'll be looking to keep them in that area, possibly force a turnover. Or they look for another equaliser as we just enter the final 10 minutes of regulation time here.
Ball forward, cut out by Vern White. Shouts at the foul given. Again, a few disagreements about it.
Who would ever want to be a ref?
Has done a good job today, Ethan McCormick, in the middle.
So too.
Somehow keeps it down. Has been very proactive going forward and in front of goal Kendon Daho. Just don't think he's hit the target yet.
Second volley like that, that's gone close. Like I said, has threatened, but not quite done the damage.
And as Ennett goes down, South Adelaide look to use this as an impromptu drinks break. Do you imagine they're finding out the results in that huddle at the moment?
I think they're well aware.
This does just take away seconds from, if anyone, Vipers in particular.
Yeah, but also it adds a bit of injury time. As we saw yesterday, it can be a very active time when it comes to goal scoring.
Moss giving Kendon Daho some instructions. And it has had a really good game tonight, in all honesty. Made some crucial stops. Well, certainly a bane to South Adelaide in that first half in particular. Speaking of words that rhyme with, the rain starts to very mildly come down, unfortunately for us. Some serious conversations going on about what the next port of call is for Ennett. They have young Isaac Brannan as their replacement on the bench if he is unable to continue, but and it does look like he will be fine to move on with the match.
Not taking the goal kick though.
Often, sometimes a telling sign.
The pass it right to him.
Looks fine enough with that long ball. And that one's cleared out into the back pitch. Six minutes left, and the situation just gets worse over for Vipers at Apex. They're actually a man down now. As of the 80th minute, they're now into the 88th. So it does look like, at the moment, especially if South Adelaide get another here. The Vipers will be the team down. It's cut back. Needs to find it in. Is that game set and matched? And survival secured by South Adelaide.
Harry Tannhauser just about confirms South Adelaide's status, I'd say, with 5 minutes to go. I'd say, and again, after yesterday, a lot can happen, but both of these leads almost look unassailable with the context of each game. So it looks like South Adelaide have made the great escape. They look down in the dumps for the majority of the year, but it looks like they're going to avoid that dreaded back-to-back relegation.
And doing so as well only on goal difference. Probably one of the cruelest way you can decide football sometimes. Either that or a penalty shootout.
And again, that's, like you said, where the goal difference comes into it. They have not had a good time of it this year. A team like Pontian Eagles, we see the big difference in our goal, in their goal difference. But on the other side of it, not Olympic, sorry, that's their opponents, Vipers and South Adelaide very close together. It all can come down to a goal or two.
Sure, they'd even look for a fourth to add on to the party.
It's very ironic as Pontian attack here. I'll continue the point in a second.
Benyangi trying to just put a bit of nervousness into the hearts of anyone of South Adelaide, but taken away in Tannhauser, the now goal scorer. As it's turned over, Mizuno.
It's ironic, as I was saying, that we talked about how reliant South Adelaide had been on the goal scoring of the rideouts, and the goal scoring of the rideouts is what's going to keep them up this year. The goal difference. Just the final parting gift, I'd say.
Substitution for South Adelaide, their first of the match with only about 3 minutes left.
I think they call those victory cigars.
Will be
Alexander Martin coming on for Jesse Thompson, the first goal scorer this afternoon.
He will have to make the long way around the pitch here.
It's much easier when you're winning and you know you'll be playing State League 1 again next year.
That one flicked only upwards. Bouncing.
That's our ball, that's our ball.
Stayed in play. Just playing pinball at the moment. Won't touch the floor until now. Unless there is a capitulation of massive proportions, South Adelaide can probably consider themselves safe now.
Did it the hard way, to say the least, even tonight.
That one cleared into the main club rooms here. There's still urgency in these final few minutes from South Adelaide to make sure they pull through on this one.
Another long throw to deal with.
Van Wyk only headed away. Another throw to contend with for Souths. Header only going upwards. Cumberland and Blue Eagles finishing 3-2 the way of Blue Eagles, which still means they both make finals, so they're both pretty happy, I guess.
There you go. Yeah, you did. Speaking of a side that started the hard way, Blue Eagles.
So that game at full time also meaning unless Cove somehow overcome a 2-goal deficit while in additional time, they just miss out on finals.
Harsh. Last couple of subs here for Pontian Eagles. Karapanayotis and Conte coming off.
Into additional time as well. And in fact, Pontian have also made that goalkeeper substitution. And Isaac Brannan will come on for the final moments in what is also his State League 1 debut for the first team. So while unfortunate for Ennett, still, I'm sure, happy that the player is getting their first team debut this afternoon.
And honestly, it might be a case of let's just give the boy his debut. Not much else to play for, I'm sure. And it could have lasted another minute or two. But nice to give him his moment. A forgettable season for many, will be a memorable moment for him.
Sturt Lions get a fourth. Brannan could be put to work here, if not for the handball. So just a quick round of the grounds. Cobras leading 2-0 at the Cove, 4-1 to Olympic over a 10-men Vipers FC as they are currently relegated. Blue Eagles beating Cumberland 3-2 at Cumberland, and in fact it's actually full time between Olympic and Vipers, so security in State League 1 is all but secured. Fulham 2-0 over West Adelaide and Sturt 4-0 over Salisbury United to round out the final round for State League 1. Mizuno. Now Vern White. South Adelaide, I'm sure, will want to put the cherry on the top here. And I'm sure they'll want to try and test the now debutant goalkeeper in Brannan. Conroy looks for the ball over the top and does find it. The overlapping run here from McMonigal. They played into the corner, but it will be a goal kick. And Brown will get his first touches too. Although, not really. Almost.
Had that situation at Metro Stars the other week as well.
Pontian, although a disappointing season, their first in State League 1, can be proud that they got to this point in the second division here and did make a few teams uncomfortable along the way, including possibly South Adelaide here as it's cleared away.
And they have made South Adelaide uncomfortable tonight, really. They gave them something to fight. But again, you only need to look at the camera to see the benefits that this club has received from their promotion. They'll go back, they'll do the work, and they'll be hoping to come back up and consolidate themselves. But it's an experience, it's a milestone for the club.
And we were talking before about how when you were here for that massive day when they were promoted, how different this place was, even a year ago.
That's it. It's they've added to their facility, you know. It's becoming more and more a suitable home for the club stature they're hoping to become. So again, you go back, you do the work, and you go from there.
I'm sure they'll be.
It's a milestone year, you know. It's a net positive at the end. Yes, you can see it's been a difficult year, but it's football. It happens. You learn. And there's always next season in football, regardless of you finish 1st or 12th, there's another season.
And I'm sure as we see this free kick about to be taken, there will be a club to be scared of in State League 2 next season, Pontian.
Yeah, they're definitely, again, when you have a club dropping down a division, they come with the prestige of having a list that play in the other league, of course. But again, as a club themselves, you don't see many Pontian clubs around Australia, you know. It's a really proud moment for them that we're able to make this league, and they'll go down and represent the community. Yes, there's great clubs, but they are a Pontian club, and they've represented themselves well, not just on the field, as a community, and they'll continue doing that regardless.
Their position in State League 1 secured, and safety in the second division for another year as both of these sides' seasons come to an end.
Exactly. South Adelaide will remain in the NPL. In State League 1, sorry. I'm thinking of the year before. We've got, unfortunately, their opponents today are going down to State League 2, but that was confirmed a few weeks ago. Tonight was the confirmation of Vipers' return to State League 2 after a couple of years in State League 1. And again, this was a warning shot this year for South Adelaide. We heard the celebrations. They're very happy that they've maintained their position, but it got awfully close. And really, it should have never gotten that close. So take this year as a warning shot, rebuild, recover, and hopefully they enter next season with a chip on their shoulder, really, because they need to be a lot better than they were this year.
Here are those full-time stats on screen. 6 shots to 22 in favour of South Adelaide, but only 2 on target to South Adelaide's 8. Those full-time stats here as we finish off at Number Drive. Don't forget, next Friday, Eastern United versus Modbury Vista to play for promotion to this exact division. 2 massive sides hoping to get even bigger as they try and climb into the division above. Exciting night next Friday at Service FM, I'm sure, Antonis.
I'm looking forward to it. It's like a new concept with these new leagues. Looking forward to seeing how it plays out, how these teams are given the stage to perform in Japan and fight for eventually the promotion of their club.
Absolutely. We will finish off here on another State League 1 regular season. Of course, still the final series to come in all leagues. So do keep an eye out for those fixtures when they do release. Antonis Bigonis, thanks so much for joining me. Been a pleasure this afternoon. This evening, I should say.
I've enjoyed it. And again, as we finish off, as we predicted before the game, the rain starts coming down, so we're going to get out of here.
Absolutely. He's been Antonis Bigonis. I've been Seb O'Neill. Thanks so much for joining us on this final round of State League 1. Full-time score, Pontian Eagles 1, South Adelaide 3.